Back again with another week of the Cleaner Cast. And we're back again. You know what it is. YouTube every Friday, 6 Central, available on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcast after the fact. Be sure to give us that subscribe, rate, and review. Might be cooking up a new giveaway. You never know, do you, doer?
No, that would be super cool. Giveaways are always fun, especially right around detailing season, which is roaring up for most of the country and the brethren up north.
We're almost wide open. Spring is upon us, and you're gonna need some good chemicals to line you up there. But anyway, if you don't know who I am, Jamie the Cleaner. On the other side of the virtual podcast studios, the Canadian cohort, Mr. Alex Dewar at Bucky VW.
Hello,
and below us is our co-host guest for the evening. He's Mr. Eddie Cologne with EC Details. What's happening, buddy?
Sup. Hope everyone's doing good. Thanks for joining.
And we're doing a cool little simulcast today. There's a bug attacking me in my room.
Size is the bug. It looks like a grown man, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's huge. You know, it's one of them Louisiana Hawks or whatever.
It's an endangered bug, so he's not allowed to kill it.
So
he has to embrace it.
You just have to waft them away very peacefully, especially when we're live on the stream. But we're trying something different today. Simulcast on Eddie's channel, on the Cleaner Cast channel. So we invited him on. He's going to bring his own topics for the conversation and that kind of deal. We'll get some updates on how he's doing. But let's get into some plugs, Dewar. You know, you can find the Cleaner Stash linked below. You can also find Eddie's channel down there as well. Go subscribe, rate, and review as we try and get him to the magical number of 1,000 subscribers. And, you know, when you're starting out a YouTube channel, it's a hard crawl to that 1,000. But we'll get him to there and get him going. And maybe he'll start his own podcast over there.
There we go.
I don't know.
Eddie Cologne Hour.
I don't speak well. I mean, I'll just rely on you guys.
Okay, yeah. Piggyback is what the word we're looking for there.
You can come hop on it. Hop on the piggyback train. We'll let you have this little show. And we need a good name. So if anybody out there's got a good name, I don't know, the Eddie Cologne Cast Hour segment, I don't know. But we'll work on that. The Cleaner Stash promo, Jamie 10. Phoenix EOD has arrived to the Cleaner Stash this week. And so you can find all those hot products over there like Titan and Hydra. Eddie's been testing Hydra, been enjoying it over there. And I just reviewed Kraken APC. I like that stuff. Really good stuff. They got Apex Auto Wash, all that good stuff. But, and our friends over at DIY Detail, I got them linked below as well. They are running a, what's the day? St. Patrick's Day sale. I don't know how long it's running. Might just be for today.
The 20th, Green 20.
Yeah, but Dewar, you want to pop up their little website? Do you have it pulled up?
The DIY Detail?
Yeah.
I do. Let me bring that up.
See what's going on over there. They have like a special promo code.
All right. So let's see. I did see it come up. There we go.
Save some green, 20% off all chemicals and pads. Use code GREEN20. Ends 3/20. So we got a couple days there to get over there, try some good stuff. Big fans, you know, the rinseless, ceramic cloth, quick beads, Credible Suds, #1 rated foam can and soap in Foam Town, USA over here.
They definitely like to spice things up over there for sure.
That's right. They're battling it out, all that good stuff. But Nick gave us some good shout outs, so I figure I'd give them a good plug on the Cleaner Cast as well. But Dewar, you got anything going over there in the Dewar Detailing News?
Well, we got again our good friends over at TOC Supplies. We're just at Motorama last weekend. That was a much bigger event than I anticipated it was. So they had lots of cool cars. If you're following their Instagram stories and their reels and their posts, and they polishing the hood for some of the people walking by, and it's always interesting seeing somebody and the reaction the first time they see a machine polisher on a hood. You know, they don't think that it's possible to remove a scratch or a scuff or crazy oxidation. It's stuff that we kind of take for granted, but it's neat to see and to share that, which we hope all of you guys learn some stuff with what we kind of rant and ramble about. So, but yeah, they did have quite a few products there. Viper chairs, those were a huge hit. I mean, you get those real car enthusiasts that spent hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars building a car and, you know, realizing that, they've been sitting on a crappy little stool for the longest time. So the Viper chairs are definitely a hit. But yeah, I've got some stuff there. It's getting nicer out. So detailing season's around the corner. Obviously, TRCMA coming up here at the end of the month. Well, the beginning of April, I should say. Definitely super excited for that. Lots of little hints dropping on new products and different things coming out. And most of those things are available at TOC Supplies for now. And I'm sure they'll be getting the new stuff. So as usual, Bucky VW gets you some money off over there. And then Carzilla as well carries a lot of the good stuff. Again, we kind of talked about my run-in with Rick and shooting some content on some Geon goodies and a Shine polisher. So I think they have some of the prettiest bottles in the game, if I'll be honest. But yeah,
Geon, you said, Bucky?
Yeah.
Geon.
They got some sharp curves in the bottles, so.
The packaging is sharp. It freaks me out a little bit. So I stay away.
It's like you might cut yourself, but
yeah,
same discount code over there gets you some stuff. So I know Chris over there is carrying a ton of stuff, and I know a lot of people from the US have been shopping there too because he's got some ShineMate stuff for polishers, and he's got all kinds of fancy little detail popo things, and he's a very humble guy. So definitely check it out.
There you go, Eddie. You got any plugs you want to plug at the beginning?
I just want to say a few things. Thank you, everyone, for praying for my wife. She's sleeping, so that's good news because that means she's not talking to me. She's recovering. She's doing well. And then we just have, there's some setbacks. So as we move forward, we'll keep you guys posted. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for love and support. EC Details. Subscribe. Road to 1,000. Big giveaways.
Very nice. Very nice, very nice.
There you go. And someone subscribed earlier, so appreciate it. Everybody go check out Eddie Cologne's old YouTube channel. Give him that subscribe and hit that button. Help a brother out. And
gotta smash the button.
On his road to 2,000, ring the bell. I don't forgot how to plug YouTube. I just make shorts now, so I don't even do that.
Smash the bell, select all, make it your homepage.
Whatever
you got to do.
Yeah, but Eddie, what's the other updates? What you been testing out lately on your YouTube channel?
Just a couple things. We got a training coming up.
That's it.
We got a training coming up.
You had something coming, yeah.
I keep forgetting because I'm looking at Dewar and he's captivating, and I'm thinking to myself, "Gosh darn it, focus, bro, focus." All right, so we have a detailing training the 31st at my shop. Ivan LaCroix is coming for a day. It's going to be with some goodies. We're going to provide food, of course. He's going to go over the rotary, what not to do. And then I'm surprising him with this truck that we're doing because it's nasty. Like,
is it Jamie's truck with bird bombs?
That's not a bird bomb. A human pooped on it. Like, if you ever seen Jamie's video of him cleaning his truck that somebody just dropped a deuce on it, it's pretty gnarly. It took the hand of God. That's what the soap's called, the hand of God, to remove the stuff. But yeah, that's what we have coming. And then Juan from All Season Details, Juan Gonzalez. You might guys.
Oh, yep. Juan's a good dude.
He has an IDA training the 25th in Idaho Falls. Spots are limited. So Juan Gonzalez, All Season Details, IDA certification coming up. Idaho Falls. It's about 50 minutes away from me. So he said he'll cook us food. That's a lie. He didn't say that, but hopefully he'll do it.
Nice. Well, how does someone get in contact with you to set up for the Rotary class?
Oh, yeah. If you could contact me. Cell phone is 208-530-3118. I do work for the government, so I'm not worried. So you can share the number with everybody else. And then I lied. I don't work for the government. You get sued for that. And then my email is coled3@gmail.com. Just hit me, just tag me. Tell me if you're coming. Well, you pay a deposit so we can order the products, and then you're all set.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up the little
there it is.
Here,
March 31st, so the Friday right before TRCMA. So Ivan will be up there in Boise getting ready for the big show.
Yeah, it's good timing for sure.
And then he'll come to TRCMA where me and Dewar were going to escape from TRCMA and run up to the junkyard, and he's going to give us a crash course as well on the Rotary on one of them junkyard hoods.
See, the funny thing is that Ivan was at a junkyard last year at TRCMA. He took Michael from Color Lock to a junkyard that was about I think, an hour and a half's drive away from Boise to get some Cadillac parts. For Michael has a boat of a Cadillac over in, I think he lives in Germany, somewhere over in Europe. But definitely very cool that Ivan and Sylvia took him all the way out there and he found what he needed. I guess it was like a total haven of Cadillac stuff.
Wow.
So very cool. I don't remember the name of the place, but
Ivan knows his way around a junkyard, apparently.
Yes, I think he does. And might have to get our junkyard toolkit from our friends over at TRC to in case we come across something we need,
That's right.
Easily knock that out.
Yeah, but Eddie, lately on the channel, you've installed a new Kranzel. You've done some more rinseless wash battles. How's it going on your channel? What's the big news? Who's winning in the rinseless wash war? What's the latest?
I haven't put a video out because I'm still all right. We gotta take a step back. Jamie, and Alex.
Yep.
I want to bring a topic up. I'm gonna answer your question. We have 2 more rinseless battles left. I got to put Absolute against Fine Labs because to me, those 2 would be my top polymers. When I say polymers, I'm talking about can it foam like the other ones can foam like a hybrid. And then I was going to do the final, which is, Flex Hybrid Wash versus DIY, in my opinion. That's coming up. That'll be the final thing that we're doing for that. But I've been intrigued lately. I've been super zoned in. Number one, I'm broke. I just want to thank everyone. Shout out to Jamie and Alex because ever since I met them, I just keep putting stuff in the cart and keep hitting buy. And then I tell my wife, she's like, how you paying for this? I'm like, look, girl, we got to, 0% financing. Don't ever put chemicals on that, Alex.
It's like that video where you just said, how much was it? Oh, they gave it to me. They gave it to me. That's exactly what you got to go with.
Yeah, it's expensive. So the thing that I have been impressed lately and I've been watching is, does a pre-wash really work? Like, all right, let me ask you guys a question, I guess, and we'll just jump into this because you're going to get super controversial. I don't mean to be this guy, but somebody's got to bring it up.
Ooh, I saw controversial cologne podcast. Maybe that'll be the name of this show.
Yeah, there we go.
I wanted to act like, does a pre-wash work? And if so, can you do a pre-wash with a neutral foam, a neutral pH foam?
Yeah, so you're referring to one of the newest videos over at the Cars or Chicago Auto, one of them, whatever. It was Jason the Otterness. The Otterness pumped out a new video. Does pre-foam work? And we were talking about little talking about this behind the scenes a little bit, and he used some pH neutral foams, and I just don't think that's the way to go. And those definitely aren't going to do the job that you want them to do as a pre-wash if you're just foaming and rinsing.
Yeah,
they can do a little bit. But for the level I think he was looking to get clean, you got to have one of their stronger soaps, Active Foam, Super Foam, that kind of deal. Everybody's been on the hunt for these touchless soaps as of late. I think ever since Chemex kind of put together his system with the stars and stripes and that kind of deal. The hunt for the ultimate, I don't want to touch this vehicle, I just want to foam it and rinse it, soap has been on.
Yeah, Clem 6 Battle Zone knows exactly what I deal with and what the rest of our Canadian friends deal with. Canadian winners equals pre-wash must, no neutral pH. And to kind of tie into that, I think it's good to have a slight understanding of chemistry and knowing what an acid can do and what, a soap more on the alkaline side can do, whether that's an all-purpose cleaner or a soap itself. Because yes, if you just put, a pH neutral or anywhere from a 7 to an 8, let's say, if you kind of put that on a really muddy surface, it's probably going to pull away the mud, but that's just kind of the natural solvency of the water, because water is in fact a solvent and will kind of help with that. But it's the film that's that needs to be attacked. That I personally haven't had a ton of luck with the pH neutral one, but I know to expect that. I use it as a lubrication for when I do have to touch it, but I will spice things up with an alkaline product of, more so the APC variety, and it'll help a bit. But again, I don't expect a completely clean panel with, even if you do spice things up a little bit, kind of that 10 to 13 range. But also with that aggressiveness, if you have any minor protection, that's also usually being stripped away.
But is it being stripped away? See, this is where I have to ask the questions, because we as detailers, I think it's important that we understand the pH scale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Think about rinseless. Are all rinseless pH neutral?
Nope.
No. What? So, how do you know when it is, when isn't? How do you know when to use an acidic type of pre-wash? Right. So there's this company called Labo Cosmetica. I've been talking to Jamie about it. They have this pre-wash called Primus, super alkaline, but then they have like alkaline, acidic, and then they want you to use their neutralizer or their pH neutral soap to take everything off. What I've learned, and this is something I've been doing on my car, is I'll use DIY rinseless. Love it. It's my favorite rinseless, right? Yeah, I said it. It's my favorite rinseless. I'll spray it on. I still have some film. Now, was that washing properly? Or do I suck as a YouTube content creator? Can't capture the moment. Does that make sense? So always make sure you understand the pH scale of stuff, because pre-washes do work if you're using the right chemical, like Dewart said. If you're not, if you go in there with gentle snow foam and you spray that bad boy on and you're like, I'm going to walk it out, and you're going to play your walkout music, and you're going to spray it down, and you're going to go down, and you're going to take a picture, and you'll be like, they didn't take the film off, the soap sucks. In reality, you're doing yourself a disservice, because it wasn't made for that. It was made for the let's wash it, let's mechanically start getting in there and doing our thing. I think pre-soak is important. Pre-wash is super important. Even if you're doing rinseless, take an APC like you said.
And I mean, if you're on the more acidic side, I mean, that does help if you're dealing with more minerals, like if you have calcium, which, are ideally kind of water spots and stuff like that, is to kind of get rid of that stuff. But also you need to neutralize it by kind of going back up to closer to 7. So it kind of works both ways.
Yeah, that's what KCX will tell you, that if you use super foam, they want you to come back over it with gentle foam and then perform the bucket wash, and that's going to neutralize the paint. That got me thinking about, you did that Fine Lab review. So what's Fine Lab's pH? Is that the degreaser one? I'm not sure.
Oh, that thing is that thing will eat your skin, bro. It's I have to look. I don't know. I need to look that up. That's a great question, because when I was cleaning, I was like, good Lord, bro, this thing is like attacking. It was like pop, 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 pop. It was taking hits, and then it was leaving streaks, and then I had to go back and do what Joel said and empty my bucket. Use 10 mils. Like I was like this, squeeze, and then put it in, and then it was almost streaking glass. The stuff is gnarly.
It's a third of a shot glass. That's not very much at all.
Yeah, that makes me think of, well, how are you neutralizing that after you wash with the Fine Lab stuff?
I take water like this and I sprinkle it and I start praying over it.
Baptize it. I see.
Yeah.
Give it a little christening action, and
you gotta do the Salt Bay with the water to neutralize it.
Yeah.
Bounce it off the elbow.
A little springtime on it.
Yeah.
So with that, then I guess with that, there's another topic I want to bring up. So I think pre-wash is important. I think the right chemicals, like you said, are important. Let's talk sponges.
Let's talk sponges.
Let's talk. What's everyone's favorite sponge lately? What's everyone using, and what shouldn't you be using? I mean, we should bring some things up.
Don't use a grout sponge. I know that's
grout sponge is out. Yeah, they were good 5 years ago, before we had new sponge technology, I think.
Some like colors. I'm a big fan of the. Okay, I'll give 2. I like the UBS personally, the Ultra Black Sponge. Fits my little baby hands well, and I also don't mind. I am a preference of a wash pad versus a mitt. I don't mind a mitt, but I also like the pad because I'm often just putting my hand on the outside. I'm never putting my hand inside of one. But that's just me. And but there have been some new ones released that we'll get to in a minute, but we'll let Jamie kind of share his favorites.
Well, UBS, of course, that was definitely my favorite. But the DIY, I like the red and the black. You can definitely keep track of, it's easier to keep track of which side you just washed with, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like, you see the dirt on the red, you can see how dirty it is. I have the prototype one, so I need to get a good one, because the prototype one kind of falls apart.
Got all the hot.
It wasn't properly glued together, but
you probably broke it on your truck.
Oh, probably did. Probably trying to
scrape hole right in the
scrape those pterodactyl poops off. But yeah, I like the UBS new style of sponges. I know some people are fans of the blue Lake Country sponge. It's like $4 or something. I've never used one of the blue ones, but Good
And I
people
have heard
told
of
me
some
the
people using the gold as well.
The gold, yep. Don't forget the
Yeah.
gold. McKee's has the gold. Optimum's gold. But Eddie, what kind of sponge you talking about over there? What are you rocking?
So lately, like I'm using the Legacy sponge, of course, but then I got the UBS. I have the McKee's. The McKee's sits there, and you know the other sponges like hold my beer, as you sit on the shelf. So those are my two favorite sponges right now. I've been using a sponge a lot more. I still prefer microfiber, 100%, but sponges are nice. But there's one sponge that we're looking at today that kind of blew my mind. I didn't know what it was for.
We are gonna pull it up here.
Yeah, I think we need to bring this up and ask the people what the thoughts are. Like,
Let's check out the sponge.
What's it for? Do you use it for your shoes? I'm confused.
So as I was adding, Phoenix EOD to my website, came across this crazy looking sponge that they got going on over here, and do we add it? There it is.
It's our friend, the Ultimate Jumbo Foam. Kind of sounds like a Donair, to be honest, but that's just me. But this is very similar to the wedge that Adams came out with a couple years ago.
Really?
The same little slits.
At first, I thought it was an applicator. I was like, okay, are we applying a coating with that? And then I noticed, it said crosscut. So I was like, crosscut.
But I mean, if you look here at these little fingers, I think if you're the pterodactyl that dropped the bombs on Jamie's truck, your fingers or talons will also fit in there.
Joey said, "What are those? Hey,
what are those?"
I use that to wipe the grease off my neck after I sweat. I take it and I pull.
This sponge is an abomination. What is going on? We're gonna have to have Aaron from Phoenix COD back on to explain how he found the sponge.
Yeah, so that's the approximate size there. So I don't know how big.
Nothing wrong with that picture though. Is that a hood and a bucket on the hood?
It might be.
That's
maybe that sponge is gonna revive the scratches.
It could be, or add this. Yeah, it's have linear scratches with it, but
that's wild.
I'd like to hear the story of this whole sponge.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to have Aaron back on, but thought that was something fun to share.
What did you use this for? I'm still confused. Like, do I take it out when I hate the customer, or didn't they pay a deposit?
I think the idea is that with those little slits, that the dirt will go in the slits and kind of stay up above. But,
well, it's almost a cross-cut sponge, but it's really just a cross one-way sponge.
Mike G saying they were not that good. It fell apart and it tossed in the trash.
Oh, there you go. There's the full report. Mike G doing the darn thing, pulling the trigger on it.
Just dropping the facts.
Sorry you spent $16 on that, my guy.
Yeah,
Mike, were you feeling lucky? Like when you buy it, what was the goal? I love Mike, dude. That guy's brilliant. He's like a rocket scientist.
Really?
Yeah, that guy he works for NASA or something. He builds rocket ships or does something.
We're gonna have to have Mike G on.
Yeah.
Dang.
Like I don't even know why he details. The guy should be doing building planes.
Very nice.
Usually how it goes. Like you're a dang website developer and whatever else you do.
Yep.
He was the IT guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm an idiot. So here we go.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
Not true at all. Holy smokes. All right.
I'm gonna call you Jamie the Hoarder. I mean, he gets more products sent to him. Poor Dewar. He gets things I've never heard of before. And shoes. Let's talk about your shoes, Jamie. Like I saw it. I tried to buy a pair, couldn't get them.
Talking about the messy with Messies.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah, they just reached out, said, "Hey, we got this pair of shoes. If you want to try them," I'm like, "You better be ready. You send them to me."
It took a little while longer to get them.
They sent me like a size 6 at first, and I need
they shot you those Smurf shoes, and then you got the proper ones. I think after seeing the shoes and after standing up to the IK Foam Pro 12,
they survived.
Had a nice little shot of the clean buster there. But I think Vessi needs to reach out to our good friend Eric, Papa Smurf, to see if they'll withstand the barbecue sauce from all those delicious smoked meats that he does. That's the real test.
Hot grease action.
Yeah, little brisket grease, little dry rub on the shoes. I think that's the real test.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the chemicals are one thing, but you
So
gotta.
far, they're pretty good. They're real flat. I think they have a different style that you're supposed to get for more, walking and stuff. I guess
Are they
that have
from the
art.
U.S., Jamie? Like, are they comfortable? When you say they're flat, I'm assuming that's
They're like
your
Van.
kind.
It's basically like a waterproof van. The style I got, they have a bunch of different styles, but I definitely didn't get the right style I would suggest for detailing. You don't want the ones that I got.
That's the kind of shoe I need because every shoe I end up with turns out flat. I have these Nikes I bought. They're like $180 running shoes. You know I don't run. The last time I ran was to the kitchen. Today, they look like Vans with the Nike logo. They're looking dope.
Oh dang!
Well, if you want to start flat, get you whatever the Vessies I got. They are super flat.
Yeah,
No arch. I've reached the age where a good arch is very appreciated.
Yeah,
It goes a long way.
Well, and if you're hauling around kids, going on long walks, got to do the Disney prep walks.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have the quick snap off the line, as some would say. But,
Jamie, the people want to know: are they comfortable?
They were comfortable, but there's no arch. So after about an hour into the detail, when it's time for the interior, I did the wash with them. I'm like, I'm gonna throw on some do the interior. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm gonna throw on some Crocs.
Joey Belinsky has some barbecue sauce stories with the Vessies, so we know what's up.
Right.
Jamie's also a Crocs enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
With all of the accessories such as light bars,
right?
Little leprechauns and such for the St. Patty's Day. Jamie, do you go in sport mode with your Crocs? That's a real question.
Nope, never.
I do, just to see if my legs could stretch them out.
New Balance for me all day.
Ooh, classic.
Oh, Ed, I'm sorry, bro. I don't know if I have a twitch. Like, I keep moving. I don't know if I have a twitch in my neck or I have to use the restroom. So I'll stay still. I'm sorry.
I feel that, as much as I love the sexiness of certain shoes, I'm definitely have to deal with the comfort aspect as well. Because, just because the shoe looks pretty doesn't mean it's comfortable. If there's a lot of hype, it's.
I'm a fan of Crocs, man. I wash them.
Oh yeah.
I collect money in them. I mean, they're for investments. They're probably the best $50 you ever spend.
Definitely don't leave them in your car on a hot day though.
I mean, I had a pair for like 10 years, and then I finally retired them bad boys. They're getting a hole in the sole. But I know we're jumping around a little bit here, but Larry Singleton did a little testing while we were talking. He said the Fine Lab Pure Rinseless is a pH of 7. He just tested it. I don't know what Larry's tests are over there, but he says it's 7.
Larry, how'd you test that? Which is it, like a pool stick or?
I think you can get those little litmus testers or whatever they are. By a little pack.
Yeah, I just saw old Josh testing some stuff with the little quick dip. Probably some of them.
How accurate is that? I'll buy it.
It ain't accurate. It's not accurate, but
because I'll do it, bro. I'll go down the street and buy it from Walmart. See what happens. And their towels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I guess the next topic I want to bring up, talking about your shoes, because I was interested. I was going to buy a pair, and then I was like, nah, dude, I can't rock a Vessi, especially since they're flat.
Litmus strips. There we go.
Those work. We could use those to test everything. That'd be a good test to have.
That would be a good test. Test the pH before a battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should do that. That's a good. We got it. I want to ask a question on here because I've been testing PNS. Now, the last PNS I ever bought before I moved into a new shop was Breakbuster. I haven't used anything else. So recently, I bought Beadmaker, Dreammaker. I made the JTC sauce.
There we go.
Used it on my Tesla, but then I started reading these reviews online about it being the dust maker.
You started going down the rabbit hole.
That's it's a dangerous place to go.
No, I'm only asking because I don't get it. Like, why do people call it the dust maker? I know it doesn't last as long as like ceramic gloss or some other ones that are like long-term sealants, but it does good. It does a good job, in my opinion. For cost for sealants, it does a good job. So I'm just trying to understand where all the hate's coming from because I thought I did well. I mean, the gloss on my Tesla was insane, and it's a PPF. Like I put it on my Tesla, it turned out well. So
there you go, Larry. Already, it attracts dust. First one.
There's a.
what do you mean? I don't get it, Alex. What do they mean?
Then Demo coming back, everything collects dust.
Oh, yo, wow.
But yeah, I know obviously it's been beaten around the bush. Now I live in an environment where it's pretty dry. It can get dusty, but we don't have very much humidity in the summertime whenever that happens up here. But it's one of those things that I think you have to kind of follow the rules. Well, not rules, but follow the directions of BeadMaker. Apply it, try and keep it inside for a little bit to let it cure, because it does kind of need its time. And if you're driving around, there is kind of the static that you kind of build up with the wind and stuff like that. If you do drive it immediately, to kind of have that static charge to then attract the dust, which can happen. But I've applied it, and then immediately driven and had dust, and I've applied it and then let it cure overnight or, for a few hours or whatever, and then not had nearly as much of an issue. But if you live in a really dusty environment, then obviously it's going to be worse. Just naturally settling down on the vehicle. But that being said, there are people that live in very humid climates that do complain about the humidity levels, therefore causing streaking, which I've never experienced. But again, we don't have a lot of humidity to deal with that, so I can't really speak on it.
Well, I have all the humidity.
Yep.
And it's only streaked on one vehicle. It is streaked, and when that vehicle had like 0 clear coat left, so like anything would have streaked on it. But I don't find that to be a problem at all. But the story of BeadMaker, I mean, we could do a whole story. That would probably be pretty fun. The whole recap, going back to, TRC introducing it pretty much.
Yep.
With the PNS, and then them getting it in the hands of Pan the Organizer. It just happened. They like come into town and they made him try it. Pan will give you the awesome reaction. He's like, and they make the thumbnail. And it gets 1 million views, and then they get it in Matt Mormon's hands. Then it becomes his, dry aid of choice. And then, so then the hype machine, as the internet called it, was on. Everybody was getting paid to do these BeadMaker reviews and sell BeadMaker. So there's a whole storyline of what happened with BeadMaker and the controversy that doesn't exist. And then the dusting issue. I don't know where the dusting issue exactly started. But someone probably made a Facebook post like, man, I used BeadMaker and my car was so dusty. And then, 100 comments later, it did, same thing with me.
Yeah.
And,
I'm not seeing like I even talked to Mike G about it, and he said you better not talk about the dust. Mike G. Shout out to Mike. No, but I was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I buy a product right to try, and Larry said it, right? Larry said on here, everything's dust. I have a ceramic coating against dust. I just didn't understand I wanted to understand the why. I even started researching online, going to your channel, going to other people's channel, and bro, the comments were steamy. Like they were like, it was like the 1960s and segregation started all over again, and we were blending schools. And then you had PNS on this side, and you had Stop Using It Makes Us on this side, and we're trying to marry each other. It was gnarly. The conversations were
PNS has become this just heated. Like if you bring up BeadMaker, Breakbuster, you're gonna get some comments for sure.
Absolutely.
But, better or worse. And when I make a Clean Buster video, it takes off because people are going to tell you how bad Breakbuster is, or how good it is, or how good BeadMaker is, how bad BeadMaker is.
But our good friend Joe Belinsky, no dusting in the deep south of Sacramento. We know how deep south he is.
The deep south test, so that tells you something.
Yeah. All right, that's good to know. I know we're not jumping into the whole hate versus all that. I see a lot of comments about PNS. I get confused by PNS. I love what I'm using. I just don't understand the whole line.
And I mean, I think a lot of people expect BeadMaker to be more than it is, because it's not a long-term protection. If you have, Garage Queen that you're not driving a lot, it has potential. But, with me, I'm more of the every kind of wash or every second wash of BeadMaker, because, I am dealing with such crappy conditions all the time that I can justify, applying it every single time. And, it's a good product. I like it personally, but, is it the best? No, but it works for what I need it to do. And, I'm happy with it.
You and Jamie need to get with PNS and really, really nail down some things for like the idiot detailer like myself. Because when I go on their site, right, I see everything that I want, but I know I don't need. Like, when would I use Tempest? Like, when does that happen? Or when do I use chemtrail versus when do I use Proline or Ronnie. Like I don't even know. This Ronnie is
Ronnie.
Is it Rennie? Is it Rennie? Is it Rennie?
Yeah, it's Rennie. I'm gonna call him Ronnie from now on. Though
He's
that
Ronnie
is
from now
Ronnie
on.
Ronnie Doyle, the
looks
Chinese
like
knockoff.
The Chinese knockoff.
So yeah,
But yeah, that's been, I think, a big part of the controversy of PNS is people kind of misunderstood where the double black line was coming into play.
Yeah,
and don't even kind of further look in the PNS, where PNS has, if you want some stronger, high trafficky chemicals, their Chemtrol line tackles that. Their Pro line has a whole line of acids. If you want some good strong stuff, PNS has it. Now finding it, they don't ship the acids and stuff. You have to have a PNS distributor close by, but they have just so many chemicals, and I think a lot of people just stop at the double black line, hate on it for some reason because it's the more consumer friendly line.
Yeah, I think it's kind of more of the ready to use side of things. Because Eddie, with the Chemtrol stuff, the Chemtrol is designed to use with their wall mounted distribution system, where basically it literally has spots for the container jugs, so like your gallons and stuff like that, to mount the actual product in, and then you feed a water line to it and it'll automatically dilute all of your chemicals. So I mean, if you have, I almost bought
one, but I didn't know where to put it.
Yeah, and it doesn't need power or anything. It's kind of a self-sufficient system. So just kind of uses the power of science and just kind of enables things to work. I'm going to pull it up here for those that haven't seen it, that it may be new to them as well. Let me just pull
Eric
that
Singleton
up.
bringing the heat. Titan is way better than Beadmaker.
Titan's good, dude. Titan's good.
Phoenix enters the chat. What's up, Aaron? We roasted your rental.
Oh, dang.
A couple minutes ago, so we'll have to have on to talk about that.
So yeah, this thing is kind of cool. I haven't used them personally, but I have seen a lot of videos on it. I know our good friend Justin, now that we're working with KCX, he got one as part of his grand price package from the Red Company. But it's if you're in a business setting where you're pumping through chemicals a lot, it's great. For Eddie, you could have 4 different rinseless gallons in here and knock it all out at the same time.
There you go.
See, I'm gonna need something else because that's not enough, bro. I got like 12.
Well, guess you're gonna have to get a few of them. Go to Rinseless Town USA is what we're going to be calling this.
We need to create one called the Jamer Troll. Hey, Aaron's in here. Did we talk about his iron remover? His new joint that came out.
What is it? The Furies iron remover, ceramic coating, and paint decon.
I thought he was getting into some anime stuff because I saw it as the furries, and then I'm like,
I'm like, what in the world? Yeah,
hold on.
Is it furries or furies?
I think it's furies.
Too much apple juice. Too much apple juice. So I'm gonna be pulling that up here.
Cool thing about his, I did test it today because I told you earlier I didn't test it, or it smells good when it leaves. All right, here's what you do: don't open the bottle and smell.
Don't sniff it. I did that as well. So
gosh. Bro.
I did the waft, and I was whoo.
It smelled like butt cheeks, but when you sprayed it, it smelled good, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's crazy how like the iron removers work like that.
All right, so we're pulling that up here. So we got the furries. Oh, we got the
furries
gloves. Yeah, got the furries coming in hot. So available in a bunch of different options. You have your 8-ounce half pint, your 16-ounce pint, your 32-ounce quart, and your 128-ounce gallon. So
$50 for a gallon of iron remover. Can't go wrong there.
Right there, $50. Oh, he's got a little airbrushing on the side.
Yeah, that's the furries. The
Very
3.
Cool. These are the triple.
Oh, you click on that. That looks like Damien from that movie where he was riding the bike on top of the thing. I can't. Hey, Aaron, I can't buy that, bro. That brings nightmares. Aaron, that'll bring nightmares. Aaron, that looks like the lady from The Ring.
So it's like Hades in the bottle.
Oh,
so but yeah, got some information here. We got the nice
warning
exclamation mark to warn yourself.
It's good.
Get some. And the nice thing I like about Aaron's stuff is right here. For more SDS information, PhoenixCD/SDS. He's got nothing to hide. So
that's right.
Every iron remover smells like Kim asked a question, Kimberly. I bought the DIY iron remover a while ago, and this is a true story because everything smells good from their line, right? I pull it open. Even Titan, you open Titan, blueberries, it smells good. I pulled it open. My wife's like, "Oh, you should smell the iron remover." I was like, "All right, babe." All over chunks, bro. All over. Iron remover smells like iron, like death. Smells nasty. Smells like cheeks. Horrible.
Yeah. But yeah, there we go. So definitely, I've tried the Carb Pro Iron X, both the cherry and the lemon. I don't know what kind of cherries and lemons they're using, but it's neither one of those. If you've tried that, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But even with like the sprayer on it in your cabinet, it just makes your whole garage reek. You almost gotta kind of
it's gnarly, dude.
Put it outside. Keep the skunks away for sure. But
here you go. Here's your good comment. So Mr. Eves here has tried PNS Brake Buster, wasn't impressed at all, and now he uses his Adams tire and wheel cleaner and will never go back to PNS. Eddie, what you think about that comment?
Hey, Eves, they're the same brand, dude. No joking. Adam White Label is from PNS.
Yeah, no,
I'm joking. I would like to see some proof as to why you like it better. Because I was not a fan of Brake Buster until I used it with iron remover, and I kind of felt bad because the coating came back, and I was like, "Oh, what?"
Or Adams would probably strip half your coating off because it's a pH of 13.
Yeah,
it probably cause a little extra browning on your tires, but that's just my opinion.
I have to look at cost per use too because it's dilutable, right, Alex? Like Brake Buster is super dilutable.
Yeah, and for me, especially up here, because we have the beautiful exchange rate that our amazing distributors do their absolute best to kind of keep it as affordable as possible. But I mean, even for us, because I've tried the Atom stuff and it does work good. But I don't know. I couldn't tell a big enough difference between the two to really justify the extra cost of the Atoms. But I mean, if they were the same price, then obviously it'd feel a little bit different. But I mean, I've had good luck with Brake Buster, and it's kind of one of those, if it works, don't break it, or if it's not broken, don't fix it. But
Brake Buster has that nice anti-corrosive technology built in as well.
Yeah, the rust inhibitor goodness.
That's right. PNS Magic Rust Inhibitors.
But just to kind of have a look, I'm just going to pull up the Adams wheel and tire.
But yeah, how cool was that? You thought that wheel coating was dead. Hit it with a little Clean Buster action.
Mm-hmm.
And it started a little bit.
Yeah, I'll use Brake Buster mix, the Clean Buster mix for all my maintenance stuff. But I'm still I'm using testing Labo Kinetica, their iron remover, and then Wise Guys for a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I told you to do. Is that when the vehicle first comes in, you can reach for your stronger stuff and get all the good protective qualities on there. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes back, run that Clean Buster, and you're good to go. It'll restore everything, not hurt anything, get you all cleaned right up.
So we're thinking that the last topic I want to bring up, and these are the questions I wanted to ask you guys and everyone else and all the ladies on chat. Let's get into carpet cleaning now.
Ooh.
Carpet cleaning.
We have let's talk chemicals for a second, because lately what I've done for carpet cleaning, shout out to Aaron, shout out to Cam, is I've used like an APC. I use Cam's Clean, carpet cleaner, and I was using for a long time the Shine Supply 3 carpet system.
Okay.
So I bought all the PNS stuff because the hype train. I got on the hype train again. See, it's called Broketown USA, right? I got on the Jamie Train Broketown USA. I'm watching YouTube. Gosh darn it, stay away from YouTube. Look, subscribe to me, but stay away from everyone. Anyway, but I got on YouTube. I watched Rennie as he was testing. He was showing you how to use the system. What does everyone think? Do you need an extractor? Can you get away with just chemicals? Does it really work on super soil stuff? Like, how do you attack like the dirty mom-mobiles? What are you guys using?
The dirty mom-mobiles, I still hit it with the system, but definitely it needs a little extracting if it's real bad.
Yeah,
you still want it because there's just so much soilage. You need to get it out. Yeah, you can probably get pretty far dry extracting, but to really get that pop and that carpet nice and crispy again, looking and the right color, I think you do need to extract on a really, really bad one. But
yeah, I've
85% I'm dry extracting.
Yeah, I've done a lot of dry, but I kind of the latest mama bill, if you will. I'm pretty sure one of the kids just dumped an entire hot fudge sundae on the carpet. So that was quite the chocolate milk experience.
Oh,
Needless to
that's
say. But yeah, the way that I look at it is that when I'm working on a car, I don't want to have to sit it overnight. I want to kick it out as fast as humanly possible. And by doing that, I don't want to oversaturate something if I don't need to. So, even with the products, all products with a brush or like a drill brush, whatever you will, again, being smart with it and starting off mild and working your way up. But if I am extracting, I'm rarely using liquid with the extractor. I'm basically just sucking up, what I've already put down. Because it's already, when you're using the proper products, is lifting the products up to the surface. And then if you're extracting it, you're only kind of penetrating those stains deeper in with the liquid. And yes, with the extraction portion, it'll help. But again, I don't want to oversaturate something if I don't need to. But I've also had amazing luck with just steam and a towel to get out a lot of stains. Steam is next level.
Yeah.
And
I do a lot of crap mobiles. And I do it because I feed my kids and I want them to suffer, right? Because they're going to start suffering. Do this car. That's teaching them. So we do a lot of them. And then when I'm noticing it, and this is what I've noticed just testing, that steam does more work for me than extracting does. Because like you said, why would I put a gallon of water in a seat? Mm-hmm. And then I need to turn the car around. So I'm thinking time versus dollars, right? Like detailers, people starting out, when you're thinking time versus dollars, right now I charge $250 for 2.5 hours of just detailing the inside of a car.
Right.
If I'm doing an extraction, how much more do I charge the customers? Is it fair for them? Does that make sense? And then am I losing money keeping it in shop? So those are the things that I'm still thinking about. And I'm hoping that this PNS stuff works. I've never tried it. I remember I watched the video, ordered it the next day, and then I texted Jamie. Was like, "Look, I hate you. Stop sharing stuff with me. I'm done." And then I got a guy from Canada. Shout out to Canada. He is the Canadian rep for Labo Cosmetica. So I'm trying their carpet cleaning because it's the first in the world to be acidic.
I saw that. I'm interested in that.
Acidic. Like when he said that, I was like, what? So I'm going to put these three against each other to find out what's happening. Because
that'd be good. On real disaster mobiles, you really want to have kind of that flex ice and bio brake is the real way to go for it. If you're doing disasters all the time, that's the way to go with a full hot water extraction setup, because that's the cost per use is going to be way down, and that stuff is made for pretty much real bad stuff. So I think the PNS stuff does have its limits.
Yeah,
because it's kind of just a no guess system. It kind of runs you through the system of eliminating a carpet stain. Start out with Terminator. You let Terminator eat. Key to that one is letting it eat. You can spray the whole vehicle down and then go clean some door panels and just let Terminator do its thing.
Well, like 3 minutes or what? Like, how long?
You can go all the way up to forever. You can let that eat for a long, long time. You can do the rest of the interior and come back and finish the carpets with Carpet Bomber. And then, of course, finisher, the most important, to stop those chemicals from eating.
Yeah.
So, but
and I know
eat.
And kind of as we were discussing with the steamer, David Boyce saying, I'm saving up for steamer, no extractor for me. And if you want to kind of supercharge your steamer, I've used ONR a lot in the steamer, just at the regular 256-1 with distilled water, and it's worked out quite well for me. Haven't used Absolute yet in the steamer, but I've heard that also works. But distilled water in the steamer for sure. Kind of clean it out every once in a while, because sometimes you can still get built up with the distilled stuff. But...
Did you say ONR? Like, what's that? Never heard of her.
Well,
no, joking, Alex. I'm kidding. ONR, rip.
Yeah. But yeah, if you got a bottle of it kicking around, it's definitely a good way to use it. So a lot of great comments here about who's doing what. Nathan, steam and drill brush, or what I use, no extractor.
So you can go, the carpet cleaning, you can go down a deep rabbit hole looking up all kind of chemicals to clean the carpets and how to do it right.
But I think there's a way, right? Because if we look at like the average consumer or even the detailer starting out, you're not going to go buy a Mighty 8070 for $1,500.
No, so that's why I think the PNS system, pretty much nails it.
Again, kind of that less is more. Start least aggressive and then kind of, work your way up. But
Ryan has a question about tips on interior windshield cleaning. I think this is Jamie's ordeal. He did a short on this.
Mm-hmm.
When did I do a short on this?
He did a short, like he said, "Hey guys, I want to come to you. An easy way to use your."
Jamie gave us the easiest way on using the
Stoner
the Stoner's
Oh,
Easy
yeah,
Reach
yeah.
tool.
Which, you need one of them if you
I'll
got a
be
bad back like me.
guilty. I'll be guilty. I was using it the wrong way. Well, I was using the pointy end in to the dash first, and then Jamie did the video flipping it around. I flipped it around, and I'm just like, oh wow, that's amazing.
Magic. Mm-hmm.
It's a great tool. Even if you run out of your bonnets, I certainly don't mind wrapping just towel around it, because the new one's a lot grippier than the first gen. The first gen, it's slipping and sliding, but the next one, it's absolutely has. So that's it. That's if your windshield's not absolutely hammered. If you've been smoking 3 packs of Marlboros in there, you got bigger problems.
Yep. Then you'll have to do what old KBZ here says: get the magic eraser out and kind of cut through that smoke haze. If you vape, got to cut through that vape haze. That's a good way to do it. Yeah. And I like to finish off with a little protection, maybe something like Bead Maker.
For inside? Wait. Let's go back.
Yeah.
For inside?
I'll run Bead Maker as a straight glass cleaner. I did that for a while.
Wait. For the inside.
Or the inside. That's right.
No way.
You can run Bead Maker over. You can take once you're done with the outside protecting with Bead Maker, you can take that towel and just run it all over the inside. Now you've dressed and protected everything on the inside.
If I had to give a suggestion, don't do your my SOP, so my standard operating procedure. The windshield gets done before we dress the plastics, so I wouldn't wait until last. Do it early so the steam doesn't get in there, because once it gets humid in there, because your hot skin, it gets a little harder to take off.
Yeah, and I know a lot of companies are kind of suggested against doing coatings in the inside of windshields.
Yeah, causes problems.
Just with the natural off gassing of the dash and the stuff coming through the vents and all the dirt and stuff like that, it doesn't play well. But I've always just kind of cleaned it, and if anything, you could put a couple spritz of Bead Maker on a towel and then just kind of give her, and then hopefully it's good.
I think G. Davis has a question.
Oh, G. Davis got a question. What does he say? How much dust will Bead Maker pack on interior glass?
Well, with
tell you what, I mean,
as long as G cleans his cabin filter and his
that's right,
early 2000s Tacoma, he'll be just fine.
I mean, if you live in a desert environment, you can't even drive down the road.
I must applaud G. Davis for the G-rated comment. I see someone's clearly gone after his account and hasn't got the snarky stuff as normal. But Mike G's dropping brilliant glaze works well in the interior haze, which is very true.
Yep, you apply, let it do its thing, and then you just come back and clean it off. I've seen that done.
And Joey Belinsky missing out on the prep stuff with the CarPro Racer in California. Interesting.
When I hear CarPro, I get like bad memories. Do you guys remember when they came out their interior cleaner, the foaming one?
Nope.
So I'm doing this Lexus. It's called the interior. It's like a yellow bottle. You get the thick foam, right? Everybody loves it. You get your little. You start going like this in circles because you feel like you're in Europe and you got 8 days to do an interior. So I start doing the seat. I have like 2 hours left and there's smudges all over. I had to take the steamer out. So I took the bottle, I opened the cap, and I poured it for all my dead homies. So I can take that with you because I'm not using that ever again.
Was it CarPro inside?
Yeah. Oh, it was. It wasn't my favorite, and my kids were like, because I had both my girls work with me. They're like, "Dad, this sucks." And then when your workers start complaining,
when they don't even know, a good product from a bad product, but then they say this one's not it. It's not it. I ain't never tried it, so I don't know that one.
G. Davis is heavily medicated PG-13 GD.
Nice.
There you go.
Larry Singleton popped up again earlier. He said the Turtle Wax Hyperfoam was a great product for $30 a gallon. That's a great price.
$30 a gallon.
The one time I tried it, it was actually really good. They did what I do with Clean Buster, is mix the wheel cleaner with the iron remover and have a one-shot go.
You can't do that. It'll dedicate.
It'll eat up the iron remover.
We had Turtle Wax on a few weeks ago, so if you haven't checked out that episode, certainly hop back after this one and check that out.
Hyperfoam is good, but I don't think they have the bigger sizes yet, do they? Because I mean, it was pretty good. I'll admit to Turtle Wax that Hyperfoam was a good one.
I think we need to see Adams versus Turtle Wax because I've never used Turtle Wax. I think the last time I used it, I was like 8. And my dad had the green bottle, and I was over here putting it all over the car. But I haven't used their new stuff, so we might have to do like a wheel cleaning battle.
Mm-hmm.
It just might be in the near future.
Bottom of it. Mm-hmm. Yep. We got to finish up the rinseless wash bracket,
yes.
And then we're going to enter the soap bracket.
Yeah,
I know you've been getting ready to enter the soaps because of your new Kranzel producing all that foam. So, what soaps are you thinking about battling?
Okay, that's a great question because I already bought them all. So
there you go. Give us the tease.
I got Incredible Suds. If you guys haven't used Incredible Suds, it's good. I've used it twice. NV Snow Plus. That's from NV Car Care.
Mm-hmm.
NV Snow. Labo Cosmetica. I have their stuff that I'm testing. So I bought the whole line, bro. Like, I bought the whole line. PNS, I want to try the Pearl. I'm not gonna show the video if they get wiped out like Tommy from Rocky. Then I'm gonna test some stuff that we can't get here. So I'm trying to look for stuff that's hard to get from Carscope. Angel Wax stuff.
Aaron says you got to throw the Apex Auto Wash.
Oh, Aaron, I'll have to buy some. My fault,
goodness. But the
concentrated, no scents, pure foaming goodness.
We got the Bucket Naked Wash in the mix. I got to get Citron. So there's a couple things happening.
But there's definitely I know that a lot of people like Pearl for their cost of use again. And it's multiple uses. I know a lot of people will use it as a rinseless situation, like a foaming rinseless. Yep. So
that's my diarrhea face.
Yeah, you can do as that if you will. Not gonna go much deeper into that. I'll wait for the video. But definitely excited for your thoughts on all those.
Now I gotta get Apex Wash. Aaron, listen, man. I didn't name you because I forgot. So. If you guys put a comment what you want to see, I'll order it. Because I'm not Jamie the Cleaner, so I do buy my stuff.
Yeah.
Jamie the Cleaner, bro.
Joey Balenska, Sterna Gloss is my bougie washes. I don't waste that stuff. It's very true.
Yep.
I have the Forced. Look, Forced.
Yep. Forced.
Stuff is crazy. Stuff is so.
I told you.
1 to 4, 1 to 3. Bananas.
Yeah, I have Mata and Mork. I have one client that has a matte wrap, and they come in, I pull out that Mata and Mork, and have a good time.
Yeah, and there is a Forced X that's slowly trickling into the U.S. That's
that's what I'm waiting for.
So what's it called?
Forced X.
Tell me about it. What is it?
I think it's just a supercharged Forced, which I didn't think it needed to be supercharged, but hey, there you go.
Yeah, they're having a problem with raw materials or something, so they just decided to double the concentration and make it crazy.
Yep. So definitely an interesting little thing. So
before we leave, I do got to tell Aaron that I do use Titan. It's in the mix. All right.
Yep. I have Titan in a spray bottle, Clean Maker in a sprayer. Clean Maker's for the delivery spray.
Yep.
Because that's going to last a little less. Titan is for the topper. Got that ceramic polymer sealant technology. That's why it's a hybrid detailer. So I really like that, and it gives it that same kind of glow.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sleep on Titan.
I got my Top and Send. That's for my ceramic gloss. 6 months. I use Titan for the maintenance, and then I don't know about the Dream Maker yet, the Clean Maker stuff, because where does it fit? I don't know how long it lasts. I'm still testing on my Tesla, so we'll see.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. Will you like the top with another ceramic product? Is that what you said?
No. Okay, Top and Send. This is gonna sound so bad, but let's be honest about the industry. Someone says a coating set lasts a year. Dude comes to my house in 6 months. He's been washing it, or a lady. Again, I'm not sexist. He comes to my house. It's like it's not lasting. Well, he's not gonna pay for a recoat. I don't have it. I'm gonna top it and send it. I'm like, here's another 6 months, fella. Enjoy yourself. Blah 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 blah. Rub it in. Give him my card and give him up.
Nice. Yeah. Well, Clean Maker's my delivery spray. Right before they come pick it up, their new coated vehicle. Spray some Clean Maker, goes on real smooth. Gives it that warm glow.
Mhm.
It's not going to streak or nothing. Perfect. Where I find if you try and top with a silica spray sealant real quick on a fresh coating, you get some streakies going on. Yeah.
Boost from NV does that. You can actually top a fresh coating, and it helps secure.
There you go. And now a bunch of stuff's coming out. Turtle Wax Pure Shine. McGuire's just popped up one. Carpro release. But anyway, we're at the end of the show because Dewar's got to hit the road. He had a hard out at 6 o'clock. Dewar, we appreciate it. Mr. Cologne, good first episode or whatever we're going to call this. We'll probably have him on monthly and let him kind of just take over with his topics. And, I got any plugs on the way out, Eddie?
Oh my! We just got a super chat from our good friend Franco.
Whoa!
Unbelievable!
Franco with the super
nice,
unbelievable. Thank you very much, Franco.
Thank you.
Now he could buy some clear coat for his hood. Hey, just want to shout you guys out. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you everyone for watching. I think the back and forth was cool. I have so many questions. I know 90% of them are controversial, so I'm gonna hold off a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we gotta have more episodes. So keep bringing you on for the controversial Cologne episode and see where we get.
We gotta get Mike on here. That guy's a scientist. He's a scientist.
He can break it down for us.
Beautiful.
What in the world was that? There we go. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the way out. Do you got anything?
No, that's it. Have a very safe and enjoyable St. Patrick's Day for anybody participating in festivities. Be smart, be safe, and Aaron, enjoy your apple juice.
Yep, apple juice. Later, everybody.